Hello all you wonderful people. In this video I'll be covering some mods that will be coming soon to console in Baldur's Gate 3. I was asked to do another version of this video because all the previous mods I said that'll be coming to console made their way to console, so I was doing pretty good with my predictions, and I got some more here that I did some digging around that I think will be likely to come, whether it's soon in the next couple weeks or in a month's time. I do have some other bonus ones that I'll be covering in this video that I know some people would like to see, but the first one that I want to talk about is one that was made with console in mind, and this is the Fade's Equipment Distribution mod. So with this mod, we got ourselves the ability to summon in different items within the world. So this has a seamless distribution of their other mods. So there's mods made for specific characters and or classes. So if you got different monk armor, cleric, druid, ranger, wizard, and bard. So basically what this does is it allows you to get gear throughout the game. This is the backbone of this mod. This mod's made by Graphic Fade here. So it adds a bunch of different equipment to different areas throughout the game. So rewarding players who delve into every corner of the game's world. Each equipment mod adds 30 new items to the game, 10 per act. And this is a time-consuming process, obviously, for this mod creator. But just an example, we got ourselves like the Wands and Weave Wizard equipment, which adds a bunch of different pieces of gear to the world. And what's nice about this mod is they made it, as I said there, for the unarmed monk, a ranger, the druid, cleric, the bard. They got some cool like little pictures here for this as well. But the thing that's important to note is this mod was made with console in mind. So they actually made this without script extender compatibility and exactly for the upcoming crossplay that'll be coming to Baldur's Gate 3. So if you play on PC and have friends on console or vice versa, you'll be able to use this mod in addition to your playthroughs, which I think is really nice that there's mod creators that are looking to include that in their mods. So this one was made with console mods in mind, so likely to come, because we also have this creator's Unholy Smite mod currently on console. So they make mods that are likely to make their way into the game. So there's also some other ones here, like the Gifts of the Absolute, some more Absolute branded items, which will give you different effects if you have the Absolute's mark. So I think that that is awesome as well. Why I think this is nice is because the Absolute actually has some very underwhelming gear. So if you get branded, you don't really have much that's great to use. So this adds a bunch more, but yeah, they got them for different classes here, and this distribution mod allows you to get them through different parts of the game, which I think is really cool. Mods like this will extend the shelf life of Baldur's Gate 3 greatly. So I think that this is an awesome mod made with console mods in mind, and especially crossplay. I think that's great. So we also got ourselves extra encounters. Now, what's cool about this is there's a lot of encounters in the base game, but this one adds so many more to the game. So what this looks like, this mod was made by Relamod here. Basically, in different areas, you're going to see different mini bosses or different enemies that may not have been there. So you can see here a skeletal dragon in the Act 2 Shadow Cursed Lands. We also got things like the Avatar of Lakith here, and other ones. I covered this previously, but I do think this one will likely make its way to console here soon. I love this mod because it just adds so many extra fights. This goes well with any difficulty mods. If you want to use like the increased party size mod, having more fights with more difficulty, I think that that's really cool. Tactician Enhanced was just released on console as well, so you compare these together to make some of the fights a lot more challenging, really fine-tuning your way to making the game as difficult or as easy as you want it to be, and I think that that's just great. Also some brains on the beach here. So yeah, this adds a bunch of new fights, 11 new mini boss and 22 encounters, mostly in acts 1 and 2. There's some act 3 that are getting added now, but there'll be more that will get added. You can see here they also have a map of the mini bosses and encounters. So there's ones literally right at the start of the game and a few different spots, and ally versus enemy fights. And then you also got in some of the other regions here more fights, ally versus enemy, and more here. So this is great because it gives the game a lot more enjoyability on subsequent playthroughs. So yeah, you can see here all the different fights. The Gauntlet of Shar gets a couple new fights, new encounters, and everything all within that. So I love the mods by Relamod. They made a number of really great ones that I want to touch on, but also the More Enemies mod. So the last one adds new fights to the game. This one enhances our fights that we already have. So like in the Goblin Camp, why fight one ogre when you can fight two? And many other things like adding additional imps to the Nautiloid fight at the very start of the game, and then many others throughout it. So these mods I think are fantastic and hard to play without once you get through multiple playthroughs, because it's just nice to have a new surprise, not going to the same areas and seeing the same things over and over again. I expect more mods like this to get made in the future time, but Relamod has made this, adding many more to it. So Got to give them a shout out for their incredible work on this. So we also got another mod here by Rela Mod, and this is the Alchemist mod. Now, what's cool about this mod is it's not like the Artificer, it's kind of different in certain ways. So with this, we get a few different subclasses as well. I'll show these off so you guys can get an idea of what this looks like. So with this, we got ourselves basically the method of working this class is you get the arcane recovery here, which gives you charges that can fuel up your grenade attacks, and you get some different cantrips, which I'll show off as we level up here. I think this one's very fun, and it's a different flavor than the Alchemist Artificer that you got in the newest mod that just made its way to console. This one also has compatibility with Mistress spells, which is, I think, incredible. And then in addition to this, you get your Alchemist discoveries, so this can give you different things like dark vision, stealth proficiencies, so you can go around throwing grenades. You can also add your intelligence modifier to armor class, which I think is pretty cool. But at level 3 we get our subclasses here, and there's some very distinct ones. So School of the Grenadier, as you can imagine, throws grenades, and we got the School of Venomous, which focuses on applying deadly poisons to their attacks, and the School of Mutator is more of a weapon fighter. So with this one you can add additional armor class, you get a fighting style, and you can go in and deal some damage. Now the Grenadier is, I think, the best version of this, my personal favorite. So whenever you go with this subclass, you'll see you get some different grenades as we start to level up. So what's nice about these grenades is it just adds a whole new way of playing throughout the game, because it's kind of a higher risk, higher reward. So you got like the volatile mixture here, a fire grenade, you get a bonus action throw, so you can throw grenades as well. If you got an artificer that can make the grenades too, this works well together, because you're gonna have the Alchemist Artificer creating grenades for you to bonus action throw, or also have your Artificer use their bonus action to throw too. So they also got different grenades like a smoke bomb, a stink bomb. There's a lot of really cool things, flashbangs. And as you continue to level up, this class is more so like a stealthy grenade thrower. So it's not like the Artificer class that just got released to console, where your main focus is getting in and mostly like a weapon fighter and having grenades as an offhand. This is more like a rogue that can throw grenades and do a bit of spell casting as well. It's very cool. So as you see here at level 10, you get decent selection of spells, but not a crazy overwhelming amount. We only have up to level 3 spells here. So with that, it doesn't end up being as strong as some of the other choices, but what's fun about it is, yeah, you can go around being stealthy and throwing your grenades. Like you got the volatile mixture there. And again, just upwards level 3 spells, so nothing too broken. You can haste yourself if you wanted to, and then run in stealth and throw your grenades around. But basically, you got your arcane recovery here if you wanted to recover your spell slots, but it also is used for like your volatile mixtures. That's the arcane recovery is what you use for that. So you got grenades you can throw, and they have a pretty large area of effect, which is pretty cool. So I'll just show off what this looks like here, and we'll just throw the grenade. So boom. Actually has a real looking animation there. That was pretty fun. So yeah, there's some different ones you get as you level up, and I think that this class is just really well done. So you can see here some of the different exploding grenades. You got like the breaching charge, which is force, there's fire, flashbangs. The poisoner one will also add poisons to their weapons, and you can add a bunch of different effects to your blades, and you can cast a cantrip, throw your special grenade, and make a weapon attack using a bonus action. And then the Mutator has some effects that can also enhance its survivability. So it's a pretty cool class. Now, another class that I think is really fun is the Cosmic Sorcerer. So with the Cosmic Sorcerer, we get a bunch of unique spells here. This one's made by Cam the Lit Fam, and it's a subclass here giving you so many cool different effects. We got like the Cosmic Ray doing fire and force damage, Witness Infinity doing 2d10 of psychic damage, and then we got the Spatial Ren doing force and slashing damage. And then subclass feature the Cosmic Bloodline. Your blood is deeply connected to the astral plane, and your abilities are unmatched. Now, what's cool about this is it comes with its own spells as you level up with it, kind of similar to the Blood Sorcery mod. I love this one as a sorcerer enjoyer. It's always nice to see different effects being added to the sorcerer, and this one has a bunch of cool ones. So get yourself Misty Step there at level 3, and that's nice because the sorcerer doesn't get that many spells, so it's nice to be able to get one that I'd like to have without having to spend a choice on it. You'll get the gaseous form. You can turn into a cloud of space dust and avoid attacks. I'll show that one off. I'll show off some of these spells here just so you guys got an idea of what this looks like. And yeah, I really like this because any flare that gets added to this sorcerer is just fun. You also get the absorb, does 3d6 necrotic and heals you for 3d6. And then the increased gravity doing a 3d8 of force damage and pulls enemies into the ground, slowing their movement and applies prone and slow to them. So some very fun but not brokenly overpowered spells that I think just work right with this class. We also get the bubble, which can protect an ally and absorb 5 attacks, which is actually pretty strong there. So yeah, there are some strong effects, but again, it doesn't feel overly broken. And then we get ourselves the Comet, 5d6 fire and force damage. Summon a miniature comet to roll your enemies. Solar Flare, doing fire damage. Accelerate, slow you and your allies' perception and time, allowing you to move and react faster than normal for 4 turns. It lasts for 3 turns, no concentration required. And you get Polymorph, so pretty cool. I'll show off what these all look like. I love this mod. Again, as a sorcerer enjoyer, there's a lot of cool ones here that it adds. So we got ourselves like the Cosmic Ray, which we can use here. It does like a kind of Eldritch Blast looking attack. We got the Witness Infinity, so you can blast them with that. You saved on it, of course. We got the Comet, which is like a larger fireball, and it's got a cool looking animation here with like the pink flames. You got Bubble here, which you can protect an ally with that, so you can raise the ward up, they become bubbled. Then we got our Solar Flare here, which hits in a straight line of fire, and again, it looks really cool, lights things up. So yeah, I got a lot of really fun spells in the Cosmic Sorcerer, so I think it's fun for that reason there. If you haven't used any of the Sorcerer subclasses, hopefully this one comes soon. The Blood Sorcerer is one that's already on console. It's pretty fun, so if you like what you saw here, I would recommend trying that one out as well, the Blood Sorcerer. So next we got ourselves in the realm of the Sorcerer is another one by Relamod here with 60 new wild magic spells for Sorcerer. I love the wild magic Sorcerer. It's fun, unpredictable, you don't know what's going to happen. And this just adds a bunch of different wild magic surges, so like giving you the Circle of Spores benefit, turning you into an owlbear, turning every creature within 20 meters into a rat, charming nearby beasts and plants, turn into a displacer beast, getting increase to your health with the food, like the Hero's Feast spell applies. Instill fear in your foes. Each creature within 10 meters takes 1 to 6 fire damage per turn. Many cool effects here. I think this one's just fun, and it seems like Relamod has tried to put forward all their mods to console, so hopefully this one will make it as well. Now some mods that may come in a little bit of time. This one I covered yesterday. This mod, made by Skirby. We have seen a bunch of mods from them that are fantastic, but we got one in particular on console with the plasma weapons, also the Dark Urge Slayer weapon. So these are on console, but they also have some other cool ones that I covered in yesterday's video, so you can check that out on my channel if you're curious. They got a fire and ice sword, but this here is perfect for the artificer. This is a rifle, and it's got this cool appearance to it. I showed off in further detail on the video yesterday, so you can check that out. I'll put it in the description. I'll put it in the comments, so you can check that one out. I love this mod. It's just got a lot of fun. It's fun. That's really all it is. We also got ourselves a couple more mods that I think will come in time, not anytime soon, but I've been asked all the time about race mods, so I've just been trying to make notes so that people know what's happening with the race mods, because there is some issues with them right now. However, Larian's fixing it. There is a crash that occurs whenever they try to load in race mods on PlayStation 5 and Xbox, so they're working on a fix. And I hope that this one gets its way first, because it has so many different options like bugbears, genies, dryads, woodwoads, kobolds, which I know a lot of people want to see, myconids, and also we got goblins in this mod too. So a lot of great ones in this, made by Thunder 484. This is Thunder's Extra Races mod, and there's many other ones like D&D Expanded that also are race mods, but we'll hopefully see those here soon. The D&D Expanded here being another great one that has a bunch of different races. Like you can be the water people from Act 3, you can be a Cambion, you can be a succubus, you can be a whole bunch of the Sirens here. It's got a lot of great options. You can be a giant, you can be a goblin, different types of halflings and gnomes. But yeah, this is a really cool mod that I hope will come soon, because it's got a lot of fun things going on in it. But again, race mods just need to be fixed first, so hopefully we'll see that. Another one that may potentially make its way, not entirely sure, but it was put forward for console approval, is the Alfira Joins the Party mod. Now, the reason that this won't come anytime soon is it's not finished, but they said once it's finished that they'll be putting it forward for console. So this is one that I've been asked about a lot, and that's why I'm featuring in this video. It's not coming soon to console, but it may come down the road, because the creator is working on fixing it and getting this so that it's fully developed, so that you can add in Alfira the Bard to your party. I've been asked about this mod many times. Again, that's why I'm covering it here, but it does allow you to go all the way to Act 3 with her as a companion. You can actually go all the way to the epilogue, but it is a work in progress, so there is some bugs and issues. She also doesn't have a whole lot of dialogue, so that is one unfortunate part. Obviously, whenever you add in different characters, she doesn't have story or quest line in Act 3, so it is a bit lacking in that. But we'll hopefully see some more developments here, because I've been asked about this mod so many times. But yeah, it's a fun one. Hopefully we'll see it here soon. But just want to cover some of the mods that I thought will be coming soon to console in Baldur's Gate 3. Again, with any of these mods, there may be some issues that may pop up where they won't get allowed on console. However, Larian's been really great that if there's issues with mods, they've told the creators why they didn't get it put onto console, and then they were allowed to fix it and resubmit it. So I was right with a lot of other mods that I predicted, so I feel like I'll hopefully be right here as well. But I just want to cover this because I was getting asked a lot on the weekend, and I put together and did a bunch of research on this. So if you found this video useful, please hit the subscribe button below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.